Hello, my friends! How are you doing? This is your host, Denis Crepaldi speaking. Today, I'm here with Marina Gouveia. Yeah, this is better. Marina, welcome to the talk show, first of all. It's a pleasure to receive you here.
Thank you very much.
Marina has studied fine arts. She has studied cultural management and also leisure and tourism. And plus, a little plus, museology or museum studies.
Yeah, I'm very happy to be here. I'm a little bit nervous. I think you were too, but we're going to deal with it.
I always like to ask the first question to everyone. How are you around English nowadays?
I try to watch some movies to keep my English a little bit updated. I haven't been speaking English since 2016 when I lived in Finland. So I'm a bit lazy or sleepy in my English studies, in my English practice, but I'll do my best.
So maybe your English is a little rusty. I don't believe, because you are speaking very well so far. This is a curiosity. She has lived in Finland, Helsinki.
For 6 months.
We're gonna talk about arts and culture, but specifically in São Paulo. She has a vast experience. I believe more than 10 years?
Yes, more than 10 years.
Okay. First of all, this is my opinion, okay, guys? My opinion. I don't have any base. Maybe Google. São Paulo is mostly famous for its nightlife and gastronomy. Why not for its many cultural places?
I think there are two ways of entering it. There is this myth around tourism in Brazil, like in the country, that we only have samba, soccer, and naked women to offer, plus gastronomy and other kind of activities.
Caipirinha.
Right? Yeah, good. Or feijoada, something like
Yeah.
this. There's this myth, and I don't blame those who believe in it, because it was like a public policy since 1940, something like this. São Paulo is only a place to have fun and eat. That's it. If I can say, I'm not sure, but I think it started in 2012 or something. Our government tried to change this scenario, So they tried to make a new public policy for museums and tourism related them to try to, improve this kind of cultural tourism. For instance, when you go to Salvador, what kind of things do you expect to find there? There are beautiful museums, there are beautiful popular parties that you can find there. But the beach and
Carnival
and micareta and Olodum. I'm not sure if our president, if our government is still trying to do that. I think they are not, because there is not, how can I say?
Incentive.
Ministry of Tourism. No, there is
Ministry.
no Ministry of Tourism anymore. So this kind of public policies, they were put aside.
Kind of lost.
They don't. Yes, they are sleepy right now. The city of São Paulo is a touristic city itself, is a cultural city itself.
Oh yes, for sure.
Yeah, because it has its life, It's not like New York that never sleeps, but you can find everything you want in the same city, and they are really close to each other.
On the same street, you can find whatever you want on
the same
Augusta Street.
Yes. You can find every kind of food and every kind of nightlife or movies or museums. If you go to the Avenida Paulista, you can find so different things. So I think the city is an experience. It's an interesting thing to say, that there are different kinds of tourisms, if I may say.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Ecotourism, business tourism, or something like this.
Still on that, what's missing for São Paulo to be considered a touristic city?
I think São Paulo is a touristic city. Culture is the city. and the city is culture. And it depends on what the person, the group of tourists are looking for. São Paulo is not only business, there are people who live there. There is a famous case about Vila Mariana. It's quite fresh.
Mm-hmm.
They were trying to save a small village. The city hall wanted to put it on the ground so they could build other kind of constructions there.
They try to do this all the time. There is a Matarazzo house, I guess, on Paulista Avenue, a Matarazzo building,
Yes.
that they want, until today, they are fighting to demolish and construct and build another business,
It was a hospital, that building, and they wanted to make a mall, like a restoration, and make a mall. Yes,
Another one. Just on Paulista Avenue, we have, I think, 3 or 4 malls. Really, if you get Paulista Avenue as from head to tail, like we have, I think 4. Come on, why more? Plus the Chinese galleries, which are malls as well. So we have like too many already. Hooking this idea, would you say that there is a huge, maybe, a huge lack of incentive and investment from the government towards arts and culture in São Paulo? In Brazil, in São Paulo?
No doubt, yes. Mainly educational and cultural areas are affected by this lack of incentive, this lack of money and investment, you know. There is also that thinking that it's true that arts and culture, if we get in touch with these subjects, we become more like able to think critically, if you know what I mean.
I do.
And it's not an interest for the politicians. So it's a dangerous thing if you
of course.
invest in education and art.
Now, going towards a more specific topic, just roughly, how many museums are there in São Paulo?
110.
Exactly?
Exactly.
She studied for this, amazing. She studied for this interview, my friends. See, I love my guests.
110.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I almost should, yes.
Please, later you can, if you can, send me the names, the list, because I will put on my bucket list. Guys, if you don't know what is a bucket list, it's a list of things we want to do before we die, yes? Before we go from this place to a better place,
another.
Or not.
Or not, it depends on your life.
Exactly.
We need to remember that museums, they are mainly located in the city center. Imagine what people must do to get to the museum if they live
Far away.
Far away, yes. We need to think, how much is the bus and the subway, how much it is to eat. Our museums, and I think every kind of museum in the world, they are based on European
architecture, modules. Okay.
So, European things, they are related to rich people, elite people, and are we rich people in general? No. So we don't feel related to museums.
Fantastic.
And museums are still living in that way, in that European style. They are trying to avoid this nowadays. They are trying to refresh their thinking.
Something more modern.
Their image, yes. They're trying to be more attractive to everyone. They are getting there slowly, but they are. Especially when they make huge propagandas about blockbuster exhibitions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
So museums are trying to be more attractive to everyone, but still there is this point that people in general don't feel they belong to the museums. And I studied that kind of problem in my museum studies. Museums need to connect to people.
Okay.
I really want, it's my princess dream that somehow people would like to get back to the museum just because they feel good in there.
Wow, have a good
You know what I
experience
mean?
inside the museum.
Yes, yes, yes. So if I had a museum in my district, I would be comfortable to go there
Anytime.
and visit that place. Yes, and perhaps meet my friends there, perhaps use the museum as a study place, you know,
Yeah.
go there and read a book,
Mm-hmm.
for instance.
Mhm.
And of course, how can I connect people to MASP, which is like 40 reais to get in the museum?
This is another
No.
extremely important point.
MASP, I think it's the most expensive museum here.
Can you tell us 5 museums / places in São Paulo that everyone should know?
I like very much Avenida Paulista, so you can go to different places, cultural centers, museums, and restaurants, and art galleries, and of
You
course,
see,
Augusta
it's
Street.
already very near, so
Yeah. And if you follow until the end of this street, you get to the city center, old city center, and then you need to visit everything. The city
but Marina,
center.
it's so dangerous. I'm gonna be stolen.
No,
Come on,
no,
pay
you
attention.
won't.
Be aware.
Pay attention. Yeah, no, you won't. And you need to visit Roosevelt. You need to visit the old city center itself, like where São Paulo was born.
Yeah, Pátio do Colégio,
Yes, and there are some museums there as well.
Banco do Brasil.
Yes, I would say that you need to visit a new place that I came to know 2-3 years ago. This place is called Cultural Occupation Mateus Santos. It is in Ermelino Matarazzo, you know?
Yeah, this
The
East
district.
Zone.
Yes, East Zone. So you should go there. They are a nice example of people making culture for themselves. They don't need a museum. They don't need a center, a cultural center. They don't need the government. They don't need anything but themselves. So it's really amazing. It's incredible. They are very good. They have, they used to, right? They used to have a whole, like all day was filled with activities for kids, for families, for teenagers, dance classes. How can I say sarau in English?
Let me check the pronunciation.
Mhm.
Soiree.
Soiree.
Living and learning.
Okay.
Soiree.
Soiree. Okay, that's nice. And the Botanic Garden is a beautiful place. It is a curiosity. Every museum and every zoo, they have quite similar tasks. So they need to research, they need to preserve, and they need to communicate about the things they do inside.
Go to these places. They are awesome.
You can go to these places and have fun.
Yes, with your friends after the pandemic is over. And regarding the
Excellent.
pandemic, how have all these places, museums and arts and culture places, been dealing with the pandemic so far?
A devastating scenario. It's sad but true. Especially museums. They think in that way. If we don't have public, why should we keep our employees? So, what happened?
They fire. They let people go. Lots of people. It's a huge layoff.
Yes, I work as an educator in museums in general, right? Nowadays, I have my job. I was not fired yet, but because I work in a different kind of museum, you know, and we are like restoring the place, we are making new things, so we need to be employed until now.
Thank God.
But my friends, lots of my friends, they got fired. Some museums, I mean, it's a huge problem because each museum is different from each
Yes.
other. So they needed money, and like, for example, some sponsors, they decided not to pay anymore because of the pandemic, because there is no public. So why should I pay you? You know, the consequences are devastating.
And well, my last curiosity, it's connected to the Ipiranga Museum. Marina had already worked at the Ipiranga Museum, and I'm dying to know this answer forever. Why the fuck is it taking so long for the Ipiranga Museum to reopen?
First, they needed to analyze and study the situation. Yeah, this building is 126 old, I think.
126 years old? Wow.
We need to listen, specialized people, skilled people, good
to restore
professionals.
all the art.
Yes, to restore.
This takes long time, it's true.
This building inside and outside. So it takes a long time thinking about chemistry, biology. Where will we send all these collections, all these objects that live in here? Where should we put them? And they cannot be in any place. They need to be in a specific place with a specific temperature, specific light, lots of specific things. It is a difficult task to fulfill. Yeah. So that's why it takes so long. And then after all the objects have been taken to another place, lots of other places, they needed to wait until the government approved the restoration project and then allow them to collect the money from sponsors, from public policies. Or can you imagine that a whole generation will only visit this museum after school? Because it's almost 10 years,
9 years now.
Closed. 9, yes. 9 years closed. So we visit this museum when we are 8 or something like this.
Our eyes shine, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And our school takes us there to visit this place because it's related to Brazilian history, right?
Completely. Awesome. Thank you so much for this class. It's a class. And now, my friends, we have a game to play. Yes. I know that everyone was waiting for this moment. Yes.
Oh my God.
Marina doesn't know what's here behind this card.
It's a surprise.
We're gonna play Guess What? Yes.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I don't know, Brazilian people who are watching know, like Mega Senha, that's the name? I don't know.
I don't know.
Rede TV, who watches? No one.
You are older than me.
Yeah, I am older than you. That's so fun. It's okay, I love getting older because it's more experience. I'm gonna say one word and Marina she can only answer me with another word, one word, until she reaches the answer. And then we're gonna do 2 or 3 each. Are you ready, Marina?
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess.
I'm not ready because I didn't prepare myself so much. But okay. The first word.
Object.
Picture.
No. It's a tool.
Brush. Yes! In your face, society.
It was too easy.
No problem.
I was so kind.
I'm gonna enjoy your words and I'm gonna connect to mine. Brush.
Okay. Brush. Paint.
Okay, correct. Painting as a painting, but okay.
Painting.
Wow,
okay.
You see? We're getting better. Oh my God, so good. Okay, another, please.
So, iron.
Material.
Terracotta.
Wow. Raw.
No. Acid.
Acid.
Yes.
Oh, statue. Is a synonym.
Synonym. Yes.
Monument.
No.
Holy fuck. Monument.
Almost
statue.
Pen. you
No,
lost.
I know the word. Oh my god.
Pé, pé,
What's the word?
Pé. Sculpture.
I almost wrote on my paper sculpture. Ah, shit. Okay, my last one.
Oh,
This is nice. Ah, this is easy. But okay. Painting.
Mona Lisa.
Brazilian.
Abapuru.
Fuck yes. Fuck yes. My next clue was gonna be Tarsila. So is this Tarsila Amaral? There it is. Abapuru, my friends. If you don't know what is this, come on, go read a book.
No, come on, no. There's no need for reading a book. You can check
on Google.
online, and
Wikipedia.
there, if the situation comes back to normal, you can visit some of Tarsila's painting in Pinacoteca.
Pinacoteca. See? Amazing way to end our interview. Go to Pinacoteca after the pandemic is over to check Abapuru, you know? Check it out.
I'm not sure if Abapuru is there,
But all her work.
because I always mix which painting is in Argentina and which ones are
Okay.
here. Because
There
there are some, yes, and I am not sure if Pinacoteca is showing Tarsila's paintings. I hope so, but I'm not sure because they have changed the exhibition.
Okay. Yeah, they always
recently.
do. It's good.
And and I couldn't visit there yet because of the
Yeah.
pandemic, so
More than 1 year
we
already.
need to wait.
All right. Good. Really good tip. Good advice. So now we are coming to an end, my friends. Oh,
Oh,
it was amazing. I'm so happy. Really, I don't even know how to say that. It was a class for me, first of all, for us, right, guys? It was a class. Marina's knowledge, it's so vast, you know? Wow. Marina, thank you so much for coming, for accepting my invitation. It was an amazing conversation for me and for all of us.
yeah, for me as well. It was really nice to talk about this kind of things in English. I appreciate your patience with my sleepy English, and I hope
good.
that you can you can enjoy all this information and all this everything that I told you here. And if I made some mistakes, please let me know. Not English mistakes, but
okay,
information
no, it's okay.
mistakes, you know, because things change
All the time.
very fast, and all the time. So if I told you something wrong, and then
I will fact
you check
check.
it online.
People, leave in the comments here, there, I don't know, below, places that you love to go to in São Paulo, places we haven't talked about on this conversation, anything that you might wanna say to us, please leave in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to Dennis Talk Show, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram as well, Dennis Talk Show, yeah, YouTube, Dennis Talk Show as well. Thank you so much for watching. Ma, thank you again for participating. It was incredible, lovely conversation.
Amazing. Thank you very much.
I love you. Subscribe, guys. Thank you so much. Goodbye.